Joe Walsh was a pro-Trump, ready to carry a musket for Trump. Now he's been on Twitter shifting to being anti-Trump, and now he's running for president. What is happening?
You've got Sean Spicer on Dancing with the Stars. I didn't know you could dance without a spine. That's amazing.
Well, they hold you up. Your partner holds you up.
He's being propped up.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. All of these people, it's all a hustle. It's all a hustle. I don't believe any of them. I don't believe Scaramucci. I don't believe Omarosa. I don't believe any of them. They're just the same kind of foul, racist supporting people that they were with this administration, and now they got kicked out, and now they're trying to find another way to find money.
Jason?
Yeah, it's typical word salad from President Trump. Look, we already know who he is, Ari. We know that he is a terrorist sympathizer, that he has encouraged and not changed his dialogue and his rhetoric at all that encourages these groups. We've got reports coming out of the Washington Post and New York Times today saying that FBI agents feel hamstrung to go into these kinds of investigations because they believe that this might be Trump's base and they're going to be in trouble. The president has pulled back funding from investigating these kinds of groups. And something else I want to point out here, there's a bill sitting in the Senate right now, Senate Bill 894. It's been signed by Sanders and Booker and Klobuchar and Harris that is supposed to approach domestic terrorism, specifically targeting white nationalists. And it hasn't moved at all.
How are we going to start holding these people accountable? Right? Because I stand back and I look at this, and I see Tucker Carlson as a guy who has repeatedly failed in television, who's basically been given media welfare, a primetime spot to replace a guy who left because of massive sexual harassment issues, and he's still being promoted not because he's good at his job, not because he has the skill set of the person that he replaced, but because he promotes a certain kind of bigotry that other people can't say as eloquently. What do we do with that as a society? Do we constantly call him out for it, or do we pretend he's actually just an entertainer?
Well, he's talented at serving it up.
You know you got to bring it because your chief rival next to you. Who won the week, Jason?
So, who won the week for me this week is SoundCloud rapper Tony Tigg. Now, why is SoundCloud rapper Tony Tigg the winner for the week? Because earlier this week there was a big fight between Susan Sarandon, Neera Tanden, Nina Turner, and lots of other Bernie supporters. And this Bernie bro supporter decided he was going to go out, get in the lab with a pen and a pad, and make a diss track against all the terrible media people who attacked him, including Zerlina, Joy, Rachel Maddow, Chuck Todd, and me. So why does he win the week? Because I've always wanted to be name-checked in a bad rap song that sounds like a super video thing.
Okay, come on. We got in a diss track.
We got name-tracked in a diss track. Because the president doesn't care, Chris. At his core, I don't think he cares. He only cares about these things to the degree that they reflect on him. And your sort of key thing, which is the real Trump? We all know who the real Donald Trump is. That's the guy who gets in front of crowds in Cincinnati.
So why did he do this phony baloney thing yesterday?
Because he has people who advise him who say you have to at least pretend that you care about how to do this job. He wasn't his typical funny, witty, engaging self. We know what he's like. He looks like he's making a hostage video.
A lot has changed, and not for the better. When I think of that, and I was there for two riots. I was tear gassed. I saw the police basically do the most abusive Simon Says game possible of telling activists go here, then go there, and then use that as an excuse to beat people down and shoot them and embrace a kind of violence that most of us didn't believe was possible in this country or to live with it on a regular basis. And I think to myself, imagine if this had happened under President Donald Trump. Imagine what would have happened to that town. He would have sent tanks. People would have died. There would have been massive arrests. So have we changed as a country? Yes. People are aware that these things happen now. But have we changed for the better? I wouldn't say yes. Not when you have a white nationalist in the White House. Not when you have a Justice Department that is snatching back consent decrees from the very communities that were engaging in this kind of behavior. Not when Ferguson still has the same mayor.
Thanks for watching. To see more videos, click right here, and subscribe.